Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast, girlfriends, tours, and the sucker movies. Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast, girlfriends, tours, and the sucker movies, TV other reasons.
Uh, yeah, back once more. And, yeah, this week was a bit different. Well, just a little bit. So I guess I'll start off the, weekly recap thing. So, I got my, I did some video editing, and yeah, I'm basically set for scheduled uploads all the way, well, for Pokemon, have it scheduled all the way up till 4th of July. For Minecraft, end of July. That's just how much backlog I have right now. Uh, so yeah, I decided like, okay, this week I can just kind of chill for a bit. If I don't make any videos for a week, that's fine. I'm good for a while. So I did just that. I just kind of chilled. So Wednesday had work. That was, a whole thing. Uh, Actually, I believe it was a really busy night. Or was that Friday? No, it was Wednesday. That was a really busy night. Thursday I didn't actually have work. So, yeah, so I actually went down to the local game store. It's like a short walk away, and actually picked up a couple of Magic the Gathering packs. I opened those, and it's like, okay, got a few interesting things from one pack, and I actually got a decent value card from the other pack. So it's like, okay, if I sold that one card, I would just about get my money back. Uh, yeah. Then Friday I had work again. It was a slowish night, and that we didn't have many people. And then today I had work in the morning. So I went and did that. Like, I had to wake up early and everything. Like, ugh. But I did that, got home, chillaxed a bit, then kind of took a bit of a nap, and then did a bit of a Minecraft stream. One of those building type streams. Like, I had to dig out a big area for a future build session. And like there was a few other things I wanted to do, but I kind of ran out of time because I had to make food and get prepped for the show tonight. And actually, for dinner, I actually made myself a homemade pizza. Yeah, a nice garlic sauce with Mexican blend cheese, olives, pepperoni, all on a tortilla, aka an ultra thin crust pizza. Yeah, it was pretty good. You can really roll up the slices. Then, of course, we did the pre-show viewing segment, and now here we are. uh, only only other things of note was that I actually had to I had to do an emergency order of some earbuds because yeah, my old pair were kind of falling apart. Steve, I had some nice Skull Candy earbuds. I had interactivity with the app, and you could double tap to go to the next song or rewind and everything. But this slight design flaw is that basically you press on the center portion and it presses down on a button inside, but the structural integrity of the actual surface area isn't that great. So over time, the material would wear away, and what ended up happening is the material ended up falling out, and now I have just a huge gaping hole in the center of the earbud. You can still press the button, but it's a small button, and it's like trying to poke the button when the earbud's in your ear is just kind of like not easy. So it's like, okay, Amazon, $30 Skull Candy, overnight shipping. Okay. uh, Unfortunately, I had to do that, but I mean, I had my earbuds for like a good 2 years now, so I mean, that's pretty decent. So, yeah. But yeah, it's like, yeah, to get ready for work this morning, I got breakfast at Wendy's because I had a coupon for a free item, and then I got coffee at McDonald's because screw it, it's only $1. And it's like, okay, $1 for a large sugar-free coffee. That'll last me a couple hours. And actually managed to get through the workday without touching the energy drink. So I was able to save that for the game stream earlier today. So that all worked out well. Uh, but yeah, it's like it's the summer season at work now, so like we have the outdoor cushions that we have to cover up after each shift. So it's like, okay, bending over to put the cushion covers on, bending down to bring the other cushions inside. It's like, yeah, after a while, it's like, oh god, my back. Yeah, it's like I need to get used to the summer work again. uh, but yeah, that was basically my week. Next next week's like a normal week, and Sunday I'm actually going to be going to the game store for the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering pre-release event. So yeah, that'll be something I can report on, not next weekend, but following weekend. Oh yeah, when I got the cards, I actually did a pack opening video. I almost said stream, like no, I didn't stream this. I just recorded it, and I need to edit it down and everything, get like the card images up. But yeah, pretty nice week. So, how was your week?
Well, I managed to get through my events and other things on Sunday before Monday morning involved play dates on a first job. There was going to be this week. Few purchases. A few tests of things that didn't come out as they should have been. also getting started way into my next event. So a few more things to take care of, but at least 2 essentials are out of the way. Actually, made a connection late Friday night. See if I can get a Twitch in sometime tomorrow. Somebody feel budgeted. Breaks. So take a look at that. What did someone manage to get the sheet finished? Stuck in a little celebratory thing, and then so yeah, so I managed to still have my deadlines, although I'm a little bit nervous as to how things are going to turn out. And also need to consider also need to consider another position for start next week, and there will be more weather points. But yeah, hopefully go through some okay, and a few other things besides.
Okay. Right. Okay then. So I'm gonna try to not fall into bad habits and do a whole point by point recap. Like, so today's episode. Today's episode finds the group in China, not Japan, somewhere in Asia. Uh, God, I'm rested up, but even still, my brain is like, whatever. Yeah, finds the group in Japan, and yeah, we get a bit of backstory for Shadow-san. We learned that Zack and Ivy are actually pretty decent singers. We get the return of Paper Star, and we see that Miles trying to fill in that missing spot, that the spot that Shadow-san abandoned when he joined Carmen. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting episode. Like I said, we got to see more of Shadow-san's backstory, learn more about what his deal is, and yeah, we have a new potential vile person. Like she's trying to, you know, join the council. Like, okay, we really need to, capture Shadow-san and ideally Carmen as well. Like, okay. So it turns out the store that Shadow-san has is part of a set. He actually went to Japan to kind of work out his own personal issues, and Carmen's like, okay, he's doing something. I'm gonna follow him. Like, yeah, he's part of the team, but that whole trust level isn't quite there yet. Like he's still doing that whole dipping away. Well, oh, while they're distracting thing. And it's like, see, yeah, now Carmen's butting in on his personal business, so it's like, yeah, yeah. Like we get to see some nice teamwork from the group, especially during the Paper Star fight. Like, ah, look, paper lanterns. Great for me, not so great for you. Why are these filled with glue? We also got to see Ivy actually having a pretty decent disguise on. Like, yeah, just strolling through this seedy bar. Like, don't mind me. I'm just the waitress. Got your swords. Yeah, yeah. Like the teamwork on display this episode is like really good. And we get to see more of like Shadow-san being kind of remorseful for his past acts and like trying to do better and do right by those he wronged. Whether or not whether or not the people that are affected grant forgiveness is a whole other issue. But you do what you can. Actually, now that I think about it, oh yeah, Zach is the blue thing. Like, okay, so yeah, Zach was sabotaging, Ivy was infiltrating. Yeah, we do see that yes, Shadow-san is great in a fight, but he is susceptible to what's the word? Subterfuge. I think that's the right word. Basically, like, yeah, it's rumored that he once did this with chopsticks. Like, okay, just coat the chopsticks with the poison. He does the thing, and bam, he's down. So it's like, okay, so they did pay attention to what was said that he has done. So good on them for doing their homework. But yeah, and like the scenery in the episode is like really nice. You got like the whole nighttime Japanese skyline with all the neon signs and everything, and like just really nice atmosphere. Also, the Zack and Ivy not the only ones getting into karaoke this episode. So it's like, hey, even the bad guy is gets some downtime from time to time. Uh, but yeah, it's like really fun episode. Like Carmen's fight against Paper Star was a lot less one-sided this time around. Like now that she knew what she was dealing with, she knew how to prepare and how to properly set the field for an eventual victory. Uh,
I believe you also meant to compliment the more traditional side of things with the samurai-esque temples and things like that.
yeah, and discussion about the difference between ninja and samurai. And, like samurai have that whole code of honor thing, where like ninjas with like more subterfuge and stealth and assassinations and everything. We also once again get to see that like, okay, getting food in Japan, and Zach will be like, ugh, fish. I mean, to be fair, Japan. Uh,
It's another character trait that they managed to keep consistent.
yeah.
In fact, later on this season, we might end up seeing one of his favorites. Or at least the alternative to a hometown legend in terms of cuisine.
Yep. But yeah, it's like well, for the new player in Vile's group of villainy and everything. We'll see if we see her again. Like she's a named character, so odds are likely that she will return.
Again, she has one of those character card things, so she's bound to be a prominent figure as the series goes on.
Yeah. And yeah, the episode also has a whole theme of like kind of like loss of family, either not knowing your family or not being able to return to your family, as well as walking paths that you can't go back from. Also, I just realized that we didn't see Acme one bit this episode. Huh. Yeah, like, that just occurred to me. It's like, wait, yeah, we didn't see any of them.
I always find
No,
it
to be fair. Oh, go ahead.
I always find it refreshing whenever, while certain recurring elements are a necessity, they don't always have to be the dominant. Blah, blah. You don't always have to use them every single episode.
Yeah. I also realized that, yeah, well, there was a file scheme in this episode. It was a lot more low key, less obvious. Like, yeah, like decently important relic, but on the in the grand scheme of things, it's like it's no grand heist or anything. So it's likely that this wouldn't have even been pinged on Acme's radar. Because this is more about this whole thing was more about like getting Shadow-san than anything else. I mean, yeah, the sword would have been nice, but that wasn't the main goal.
Basically, there's a bit of a more personal matter.
Yeah. Uh,
Also, I want to take note how where exactly they place the educational bits as time goes by, as each episode comes along. In this case, they were right off the bat.
yeah. Like, yes, Japan history and stuff. And next time, so we'll be teaching about this country. It's like, no, I want to go to Japan. Uh, but yeah, yeah, like just fun time and yeah, no real, can't really pinpoint any major flaws with the episode. So, yeah, like usual, solid episode. getting more backstory about from characters, forwarding the plot ever so gradually, while finding time to have some fun bits here and there. Yeah.
Of course, we'll establish at this point that karaoke is a staple in modern Japanese culture, but it's also kind of amusing to find a show pay reference to that as someone who has dabbled in that from a fandom side of things, as well as of course, the American version of a nice pastime.
Yeah. We also had a nice moment of uh, essentially, you're not worthy enough to be cut by this blade. It was more of didn't really want to dirty it with the blood of someone like that really wasn't worth it, but still the general feeling of that is there.
We get the implication that the set was ancient. They were total museum pieces.
Yeah.
Best to keep them as less effective as possible should they ever, and they did, get back together. Let's go the first several sins. That's even. When he was young, Samson understood the ramifications of his actions and effects they can have for those following in his footsteps.
But yeah, it's like yeah, gonna try to keep from doing the whole point by point recap from now on. Though admittedly, part of that depends on how particularly awake I happen to be at the time. Like I said, I actually was able to rest for like a couple hours, so yeah. See that.
Our new face definitely had a. It's good to have her in a above cautionary dangerous position, and of course, would work as a replacement if she had proven. And a handful later in the series. Don't think this will be the last time we'll see Shadowlands, rather.
Yep.
I'm once again looking forward to a certain scene later on.
Also, like, okay, they need to go get the other sword. It's like, okay, it's in here, and like, surprise, Paper Star's holding it. It's like, okay, yeah, that is actually a land. Like, you, so you put your best asset there, where it is, as part of a trap. So it's like, yeah, solid strategic thinking on their part. I mean, yeah, it didn't end up working out for them, but still, were anyone else that probably would have worked out.
Indiana Jones style move of sorts. You know you can't retrieve a treasure without triggering a trap.
Yeah. Ready then. So yeah. So yeah, like now that we had the whole Shadow Sun episode, we'll see if there'll be a little bit more of a team player from now on. Uh, Ready then. So switching over to the news, I guess. Ooh. Elden Ring Night Ring has sold 2 million copies on day one, while Bandai Namco says a patch is coming next week to make solo runs easier, with a peak player count of 255,867. That is impressive. Just wow. pre-order bonuses for Pokemon Legends ZA on the UK My Nintendo Store have been revealed. Yeah, they get like neat little statue thing of the starters. Email so for us in the US is like, you guys get bonuses?
Of course, let's buy an overpriced console that's $450.
Yes.
Don't even get me started with the games. Nintendo is freaking smoking some good stuff. $80.
I don't know with their current business decisions lately. I'm not too sure that it's the good stuff they've been smoking. Honestly, I think they may have gotten the bad batch.
$80? Come on, what are they trying to pay for? Belle Delphine's OnlyFans?
That's a bit much. Uh, so, in another case of superhero games getting cancelled, EA has cancelled its Black Panther game and closed its studio Cliffhanger Games. Like, jeez. Yeah, superhero genre doing great for the movies, but just like, not, aside from Spider-Man, not doing so great as far as video games go. Like, you had the Square Enix Avengers fiasco, uh, then Guardians of the Galaxy, which I heard was pretty decent, all things considered, but then there was like a Wonder Woman game that got canceled, I think, and now Black Panther. But hey, let's put out another Batman game. A new update for Assassin's Creed Shadows has been released, adding new crossover content based on Dead by Daylight and Balatro. Ooh! Like, how do they fit in Balatro to this? Okay, let me look at the article. The Daylight Pack, items based on Balatro. Okay. Items include a perk that lets the player trigger a random affliction on enemies on combo enders. Okay, that's cool. Kind of a random chance kind of deal. I like it. Nikon has Nikon has regained the rights to the FIA World Rally Championship after Electronic Arts Codemasters announced it had ended development on its rally games. So, yay for people who play those games, I guess. Capcom is planning to further strengthen its game development capabilities by building a new base next to its current headquarters in Osaka, Japan. Grow Garden's latest updates add stacks of new cosmetics. Let's grow a garden. Like it sounds like one of those games you would play on Facebook back in the day. And the link actually is talking about Bungie reportedly canceling Marathon's paid marketing campaigns amid a plagiarism debacle. So something happened there.
I
Ooh.
think I forgot a certain edit.
Ah. Got some anime news. Betrothed to My Sister's Ex anime reveals 3 more cast members. Puni Ruins Puni 3 anime announces more cast in a July 5th premiere. Welcome to the Outcast's Restaurant anime's second video reveals new cast and ending song. Nikito no San Shimai wa Angai Choro TV anime is new visual unveils a July 9th debut. Too High Lips Canned Flavor of Married Women anime reveals more cast and character video. At the first 7 minutes of the fourth Princess Principal Crown Handler film streamed. ReZero Starting Life in Another World Season 4 unveils new cast in a 2026 airing. And I have a whole separate browser page open for Anime News Network stuff. Live action One Piece Season 2 introduces Chopper and 2026 debut in video. And looking at this image from the YouTube video, okay, not bad. That's a decent Chopper. Okay, that one. I'm a Curse Crafter and I don't need an S-Ring Party manga, gets a TV anime. So we have a launch date for Pokemon Legends ZA, October 16th. Studio Kara announces Evangelion 30th Anniversary Festival with more details, including ticket information, coming later this year. Sword of the Demon Hunter anime's English dubcast has been announced. The live-action 5 centimeters per second film's visual reveals an October debut, opening in Japanese theaters October 10th. And I can close that window now. Let's see now. So, Year of the Pony in 2026 with a full My Little Pony brand reinvention for 2027. So yeah, it'll be a while till we get anything substantial as far as content goes.
And given how world things are basically making us question how long we can, making us question our sanity, how long, a bunch of outside stuff. We don't want to get into more details on this show. With that kind of set now, one wonders if we're going to survive.
Yeah, and like, even if they put out something that's really great, who says a change in management and won't just end up doing what happened to Gen 5?
Let's just hope Wild Mans isn't running anywhere any similar problems.
Yeah. All right. Friday and His Amazing Friends Season 4, Waterwebs will premiere on Disney Junior on June 16th and next day on Disney+. The Bad Guys 2 will be previewed at the Annecy International Film Festival on June 11th. A new clip of the Phineas and Ferb revival has been released. The revival will premiere on Disney Channel on June 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Boondocks co-creator Rodney Barnes had this to say on the possibility of a revival. Quote, "Never say never, but it's a different time. When we were writing the Boondocks back in the early 2000s, social media wasn't what it is now. These days, as soon as you offend someone, it's all over X. Corporations don't like that." Got the official promo for new episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants and the new show Wild Pack. New episodes New episodes will premiere on Nickelodeon starting on June 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Warner Bros. Discovery is now positioning Cartoon Network Studios as a digital-first animation house as part of a comeback plan. Got a first look at Galactus in the Fast First look at Galactus in the Fantastic Four First Steps in theaters July 25th. Ooh, got some new details on the canceled Black Panther game. T'Challa, Killmonger, and Shuri were all playable characters, all vying for the Black Panther mantle. The main villains were Skrulls invading Wakanda, and had a new system inspired by the Nemesis system that was being built for the game. Because yeah, the people doing the game were also the guys behind the Nemesis system from the Lord of the Rings Mordor games. James Gunn is set to deliver a final and locked cut of Superman by next Friday. They'll be 5 weeks before its July 11th release date, said to be a major sign of studio satisfaction. Ooh. Apparently, Marvel Studios will not have a major Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con this year. Got a first look at Neil Patrick Harris, Kristen Ritter, and David Dastmalchian as serial killers in Dexter Resurrection. Ariana Grande has been cast in Meet the Parents 4. Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, Terry Polo, and Blythe Danner are all reprising their roles. In theaters November 25th, 2026. Like, they're making another one? A Jaws 50th anniversary documentary releases on July 11th on Disney Plus and Hulu. The documentary includes exclusive new info about the film from Steven Spielberg and the original cast, plus interviews with Jordan Peele, Guillermo del Toro, and George Lucas.
Okay, folks, technical difficulty, we apologize. First trailer, 20,000 likes on the UFC prequel series. Nautilus. June 29th, AMC.
Okay. Kit Connor is in talks to star in the live-action Elden Ring movie for A24, with Alex Garland set to direct. Ralph Ineson says he prepared to he prepared to play Galactus by driving through the tunnels of Mont Blanc, just imagining that just imagining that as his windpipe, just imagining that as his windpipe and his trachea. Quote, I also went to a lot of tall buildings. I mean, yeah, that would work. Oof. Sydney Sweeney is selling a limited edition soap made with her own bathwater. Quote, fans always joke about wanting my bathwater. I was like, this is such a cool way to give them what they want. Always with the bathwater. Sith Rey is being added to Fortnite. Her The Last Jedi outfits are also being added as an alternative style. The original Broadway cast of Hamilton are set to reunite and perform at the 2025 Tony Awards, with the ceremony being held on June 8th. Chris Hemsworth has released a statement thanking Marvel fans for supporting him as Thor. Quote, playing Thor has been one of my greatest honors has been one of the greatest honors of my life. For the last 15 years I've held Mjolnir and then Stormbreaker as the God of Thunder, but what made it truly special was sharing it all with you. Your passion, your cheers, and your love for this character have meant everything to me. Thank you for making my journey through the MCU unforgettable. Next up, Doomsday. Like, oh no, I think I see the death flags. I mean, to be fair, he has like 4 solo movies plus like all the Avengers films. So even if he did set it out like half of Age of Ultron,
Fair assumption to make though, seeing as Zoe tends to take over for Odin in almost every incarnation.
yep. The sequel to Cyberpunk 2077 has entered pre-production. Got a first look at Keanu Reeves in Good Fortune. He stars in a, he stars in a, he stars as an inept angel meddling in the lives of a gig worker and a wealthy man. I mean, sure, yeah. It's Keanu Reeves. I'm sure it'll be entertaining. A Death Stranding anime is in the works. The first Marvel and DC comics crossover in years will happen in Batman and Deadpool. The 2 one-shot comics will be released, one for Marvel written by Zeb Wells, and one for DC written by Grant Morrison. Tania Miller has been cast as Jocasta in Marvel's Vision series for Disney+. Ooh, the first 9 minutes of the Phineas and Ferb revival series has been released. Mark Ruffalo is rumored to be returning as Bruce Banner / the Hulk in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Got a new look at Eyes of Wakanda, a 4-part animated anthology series that follows warriors throughout Wakandan history tasked to travel the world, retrieving dangerous vibranium artifacts. DC Studios will be attending San Diego Comic-Con this year with Peacemaker Season 2. with James Gunn teasing that season 2 will include a bunch of other characters from other parts of the DCU and from Superman. Quote, there might even be one really, really, really big cameo near the end of the show. Disney has acquired the streaming rights for CoComelon from Netflix. All episodes of CoComelon will release on Disney Plus in 2027. David Tennant reveals he wanted to play Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four. Quote, unfortunately, it looks like they've gone in a different direction. Although if it has to be someone else, I'm very happy for it to be Pedro Pascal. Okay. Over to the other website. Clicked off of that. Ooh. Got a Stranger Things Season 5 announcement. Volume 1 starting on November 26th at 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And Volume 2 on Christmas at 5 p.m. Pacific Time. With the finale on New Year's Eve, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. So, hey, that's finally coming out. Got a release date for Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. It'll be coming out on Netflix on December 12th this year. Like for some reason, in the announcement, they had the date written down in Roman numerals, and it's like, wait, okay, it's like, okay, yeah, that's 2025, yes. Took a little bit of time to kind of decipher it all. Got the official trailer for Squid Game Season 3 on releasing on Netflix on June 27th, I guess. Yeah, final season, June 27th.
Okay, one ahead. I can bring up from the Kids Film Festival. Idea Militi, winning Best Actress for her performance in The Little Sister.
Got the trailer for the Doctor Who spin-off, the War Between the Land and the Sea. Which I guess that'll help fill the gap while they figure out whether or not Disney's bringing back Doctor Who for another season.
Disney and BBC. Remember, technically Disney has the streaming distribution rights.
Well, I meant that if Disney was going to continue funding it.
Ah,
or whether or not it'll go back to being like a strictly BBC kind of thing. And oh boy, that season finale, like I won't reveal any spoilers, but yeah, that could lead to some interesting conversations.
clear and furry podiums in Monaco. Italy scored to win the UK because, well, they scored a top 5. Eddie McLean wins, and German, Italian, British podiums. Two riders, so two. Oregon, courtesy of Western, possibly used by Albany Eastern. PDL, which includes CTA and HONN. Prairie Dog Central 3 returning to Steam. Unless I'm political plus Supreme Court ruled in favor of Utah Basin Railway backers. Ship exclusive. Devil Black Label Bullied Pacific. Hebrew Host Community Concert. Connecticut Spring Returns. Children, June 18th. from Iowa Pacific unit, bound for Gettysburg Northern. HC Rendos Museum Fall Summer Fest. Fall Steam Fest. Rosenberg Rail Museum Rail Fest.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33 has sold 3.3 million units in 33 days, so I don't know if that's a good amount, but like, I mean, hey, it's kind of thematic. Like, got the whole 3-3 thing going on, so points for that at least.
Translation Roof Coach 974. Got some detailed future plans for the 762 Club. Certainly Winter Railway public run just under a month. Turkey Night Train 2025. Editor controls this first regard towards the Friends family of Loretta Swit, Smash, Alf Clausen, Alf, Southern Free, Canadian Horse here, Canadian Horse of the Year 2024. Canadian Horse of the Year 2004. Ship out breed, ship forward, 90, 95. Gale, Stuntman, Inductor, Jetplay Howler, Duck, Six Spawns, Christoph Clement, Chris Trainer, 2014 Belmont 6 winner, so this predictive, shipping out Phillies Turf, 2021, and bring the Crossway handicap, 07. Michael Sumler, status cartographer, Columbia Gang, Paul Jasmine, artist sector, Sicko, Internet Sanitation, Boxer, George O'Connor, take it soon. And probably the biggest one this week, Pierre David. Justice Spinting, Force, Space Cases, Nickelodeon. Battle 5, X Factor, Star Trek, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, Fallen Angels, Supergirl, Spy Boy, Aquaman, Spider-Man 2099, Justice Cartoon, Incredible Hulk, and of course, whatever you decide. Let's say, Snare Tattletale album on SoundCloud. Children's concert in Moland, Portugal, as well as birthday for your smokes in Lamont, Illinois. Okay, quickly apart from sorry, that's to make. Events I like to watch. Trouble and maybe it was some good sheet then. Sometimes. Oh. Just wrote something. as we're saying, this much, I'm going to run into more difficulties. Yeah, let's do a better job of getting the sheet done before things happening this weekend, and I'm looking for 20 minutes to range for the coming month. And which, stay safe, stay well, get skid rested, pray.